Okay, so this is the next project. My 2005 Mini Cooper S. Modifications I've done to it. It's got a catback Borla exhaust, and it also has a K&N intake. It is the 6-speed manual. I guess let's go over the things I need to fix. So, headliner in the back is coming down. I have an idea that might fix that or might ruin it. The headlights, I think they're the xenon ones. You can kind of tell with like this little pattern going around. Pretty sure those are the projector xenon ones. So what I need to do with those is clean them up and buff them up because they got that yellowing, that fogging. Also, what's cool about this one, which is one of the reasons I got it, was it has the chronograph gauge package. I think that's what it's called. So it's pretty cool. It's got like a big tack speedo 6-speed. Currently right now I have the battery out of it. One of the other things I gotta fix on it is this pillar right here cracked and then broke off. I did buy another one on eBay for like $50. So I think it has clips, and then I think right here, yeah, right there, there's bolts that hold it in. So I just gotta peel back the gasket, put it in. So first thing it needs is a battery. All the tires need air, and I think the engine check light for the brake pads is on, so those might need to be fixed too. It runs and drives great. It's just I got too many cars, and the used car market's still pretty hot. So yeah, let me bring you in to show you the battery. Alright, so I hooked the battery up to a battery tender. The battery tender, I think that's the Junior. And for a couple of days it sat there charging, no problem. And then now it's doing that. Which, as far as I can tell, is either indicating that the leads are hooked up wrong, which they're not, or it's indicating that the battery's just bad. So I gotta get a new battery, so that's probably first step. Alright, got the new battery. Threw it on the tender just to make sure it's fully charged up. And I'm gonna throw this in. Alright, so out here at the Mini, in case you didn't know, the battery is in the back. Underneath this carpeted panel. Here's where the battery is, and I'm gonna put the new one in. Little tube, vent tube, you gotta put that back in. Alright, that on, this on. And the Mini does come with this little toolkit, also a tow bar. Not really sure what that's about. That's probably to pry out the part in the front of the bumper so you can put in the tow bar or the tow hook. That's kind of cool. Look at that. Comes with the wrench you need for the batteries. Alright. Put that guy back on. Alright. And then we got this guy right here. Line him up. There we go, pretty well lined up. Screw that on. Alright. need to over tighten these to snug them up. Alright, so then this little kit, that went in there, screwdriver went in there, this whole thing collapsed down and went right there. Pretty nice, huh? So then that's installed, battery's tight, this goes down. Now let's see if it'll start. Alright, we're inside. It's a manual, so I gotta put in the clutch. Oh, that's all good signs. There she goes. Alright, service engine light's on, so that's fun. Now, obviously seat belt, rear deck is open. That light right there, as far as I can tell from the manual and online, that little light is for the brake pads. It's a brake pad warning light. I didn't know what that was at first because it's a circle with 6 like lines going around it, and the brake pads for this would have 8. So it'd be 8 lines because there's 2 on each tire, there's 4 tires, that's 8. So it's kind of a weird light. I don't know if this check engine, so the old battery, I was getting some check engine lights, and I think it's because the battery was bad. And after driving it for a while, it would sort of go out. So I'm hoping, letting this thing run and warm up for a bit, that it'll go out. Alright, so now I'm going to fill up the tires with air. I got this pretty cheap HDX compressor, but then I got this really nice Cobalt fill gun with a gauge on it. I think this actually costs more than the compressor. So I'm going to fill up the tires because they all look a little low, and then I'm just going to drive it around the parking lot here for a bit. Okay, all the tires are filled up with air. You know what's crazy? The tires had 10 psi in them, so I put 30 psi going all the way around. And now I'm gonna just drive around the parking lot, make sure everything is working good. Maybe scrub in these brakes a little bit, because I don't know if you can see them, but they are rusty. They're pretty rusty, but we'll see how it goes. All right. Fire's right up. Now, last time I was messing with the battery, I drove it for a while and then the engine check light went off. But then I kept having problems with the battery coming in and out and stuff like that, so that's what kept happening. So I guess let's pull it out. Not sure if you can hear the crazy amount of grinding when I hit the brakes. That's to be expected. But yeah, there you can hear the wheels and the brake pads. The engine seems fine though. Seems like it's got all of its power. The supercharger seems fine. car is dirty as heck. It's almost hard to even see out the windshield. I like the exhaust. It's freaking out that I'm not wearing my seatbelt. There we go, got rid of that annoying beep. I can still hear the brakes rubbing. To be expected though. What a lot of people would have done was take all the brakes apart, wire wheeled everything, or just replace everything. But I'm trying to spend as little money on this as I can. Hear those little pops? It's pretty cool on this. Realistically, this needs to be driven more. Alright, let it warmed up a little bit. This thing still's got, plenty of get up and go. I think I just need to drive it more. See if that check engine light goes out. It's pretty well warmed up by now. It runs perfectly fine. The brakes even work, even though they're kind of still a little noisy. I don't see any reason why the check engine light is on. Like performance-wise, I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything that feels out of whack. It's not misfiring. It doesn't have like a heavy gas smell or anything. I don't see any reason why its check engine light is on. So. It's got a hell of a lot of pickup though. Forgot how much fun this was to drive. It's been sitting for so long. But I might just have to drive it around more to see if it goes out, and if it doesn't, then I'll have to get a diagnostic tool just to see what it's saying. Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching. In case I wasn't super clear on this, we are going to sell the vehicle. That's why we're fixing it up to sell it. And just a little spoiler alert for the next episode. The engine check light did not go away, so we're going to have to diagnose that and fix it. And we do fix it in the next episode. So stay tuned.